Bro. So I not too long ago, from Jerry and yourself, his recommendation, I had got into Cowboy Bebop. I finally, watched it. I was like, cause I knew it was good, but like, I don't know. I was kind of selling. I was
It's
kind of
legendary status, but it's kind of like it's past our time, so it's
like
easy to miss
miss
it.
it, but like when you see it, oh my god,
Boy,
I
I
was,
mean, you already know it's gonna be a legendary show
it's
from that opening, boy.
I want to listen to the opening track more than I want to for most shows. Like ready,
Oh yeah,
I'm ready to skip through the intro
a
for
hundred
most
percent.
shows. But then that track come on, I'm like, then I'm just kind of like vibing like,
It truly sets the tone for the whole show. Like usually I'm with you. I skip the intro for most animes. I'll check out the song
like
the first
one time,
episode to
yeah.
like yeah, and if it's good, like the Jujutsu Kaisen one, I watch that one pretty often because that one was good. But like this one, man, every single time, it almost felt like I had to. Like it's a part of every episode. You know what I mean? Like
Yes, bro. Like I think I was watching a new show called To Your Eternity. I think the intro, it's either the intro or the outro, is so
right,
fire. I'm like, bro, I'm like, this shit's smooth. Like,
right.
I, I'll
No,
be
it
ready to
and
listen to it every time.
an intro definitely is such an important part of a show
Yeah.
because it literally it's an intro. It warms you up to watching the show. It sets the tone for the show. And the
Hmm.
great thing about Cowboy Bebop like overall is it doesn't give anything away in the intro. Like
Yeah.
usually animes be selling in the intro. It show you the final fight, the new
New
guy,
guy.
the new appearance,
You
the
know,
villain. You'd be like, what is that?
like,
Why are you
bro,
spoiling everything?
bro, I mean, they'd be lucky that most people don't be paying attention. But like, if you really paying attention and
Honestly.
you looking, you see some things that you're not supposed to see yet. like,
You will see major plot points spoiled in the opening. You like, hold
you
on,
like, hold
wait a
on,
minute.
bro. Why he got a new fit? What's that new weapon,
On it,
bro? What is this?
and then you see all the characters at a funeral. Wait, whoa.
Excuse me? Like, why are these dudes? Why is there black silhouettes of everybody but William, bro?
William.
What
And then they show
happened?
William with like, and then they show William with a rose petal. You'd be like, God damn, they go ho
And
William.
bro, come on, bro. Like they do be hoeing low key.
You'd be so scared. Later in the episode, William's like, okay, I'm gonna go alone, guys. You're like, William, don't go alone.
No,
I
no,
seen the intro.
don't do it, bro. They trying to hoe you.
We got to get into it. We got to get into
All right.
Cowboy Bebop
So
because there is so much to cover.
okay, when it came up, I knew that like I said, I knew it was legendary. I already knew everybody talks about Cowboy Bebop, and like if you haven't seen Cowboy Bebop, you're not like you're just not living. Like you're not
Right.
watching anime and consuming it the right way.
Come on.
And you don't appreciate its value until you see some of the legendary ones, the ones that
You got to
that
go
really
back to
set
see
the
the ones that
path.
paved the
That
way.
yes,
Yeah.
that got us here to this point to where like the newer shows that are just coming out are like so crisp, like this right here in its time. I'm sure it was slept on, but it should have been like top tier, like
100%.
100%, like everybody should have been talking about this in the anime community like in its time.
100%. It's crazy. The first episode is so not no pun intended, but it's so cowboy-esque. Like
Like
he's chasing the dude and the dude's wife.
oh,
They're
that is
smuggling the
right.
drug.
Yeah, the dread like
Uh, she's pretending to be pregnant. They're trying to get to
see
Mars.
that sounded like some what's the word? It's like drug
Oh,
lord, drug lord.
yeah, for sure.
It's like some drug lord
100%. Like on
vibes
some
right
Bonnie
there.
and Clyde type.
Type,
Yeah.
yeah, and she was ride or die low key. Even though she was
Oh,
she
she
was
was.
not feeling that nigga no more, she was ride or die. She like she low key.
And the show, right off the bat, the show showed you, oh, we not playing. Oh,
People get
if these
bodied
characters
here.
mess up, they get bodied, and not in the fun way either. They get bodied when they were in that ship, and she was like, I guess I'm never gonna make it to Mars. And all of the drugs came out of the stomach, and like was man, like it gives you that sympathy for the character. Like you feel sympathy for all of these characters throughout the show. Even the characters you don't think you're really rocking with, you're like, man, I don't care about this story. But the development, and that's such a key factor in the show, is the development is just perfect, and it sets that tone from the first episode. I mean, even showing you just how cool Spike is when he first walks up past the lady at the like the little grocery mart, and she drops all of her stuff and he like picks it up, and like you're like, oh, this is a cool dude. Like he is not bothered by it.
And then like as he's picking it up, he steals from her.
Oh yeah.
Dude, like what, dude?
It shows you he's like, I'm still a cowboy.
Like he's like, hey, I picked your stuff up for you. You owe me something. Like that. That was on some vibes like that, bro.
The thing that really stands out is the overall themes of the show and every character's development. For me, at least, that was what drew me into the show. Is I really wanted to see what was going to happen with Ed. I really wanted to see what was going to happen with Spike. I really wanted to see what was going to happen with everyone. With even the dog. I was like, what is going to happen?
His homeboy, his ride or die.
Jet?
Jet. Yeah, Jet, bro. Yeah. He was a real one. He was a real one to the very end. My boy has like even his backstory. You know, at first I was just like, do I really care about Jet? You know, when I first get there, right? You know, my focus is on Spike. So like when I get to Jet, you know, I'm like, do I care about his backstory? But they honestly made me care about his backstory.
100%. Ed. To me, Ed became one of my favorite characters so quickly. I mean, like at first, when she first pops up and it's like they're going around the planet and she like hacked into the satellite and they're like, we're looking for the radical Ed, and they're asking everyone the questions and it's like, yeah, I heard he was a transgender monkey.
They do not know what this dude looks like. It is in fact a child girl.
She is just in like this junk pile, but she's an Earthling, which I thought was really cool. Yeah. Where she was like the only Earthling confirmed in the show, I believe, and I think Faye was as well. But Ed, to me, that character development was really cool. Just going from like a happy-go-lucky child to really having some like deep themes, and like whenever she would appear, she would actually really be trying to help. Like she really wanted to be a valued member of Cowboy Bebop. Like and she really pulled, first of all, she pulled her weight. I mean, I don't know how they were gonna do half those missions without Ed.
Hey, I'm saying, like, she finessed her way in, bro. She was like
100%. Even when they try to leave her, she was like, oh, nah, I hacked into your ship. Let me get my remote control real quick. Turn back around.
Come right to me.
She promised Ed that Ed could become a real member of Bebop.
She said, leaving without Ed, ooh la la, turn that shit back around.
Like, where are y'all going?
When you see Ed's father, and you just see that dude does not care about Ed at all.
Bro, he is like the beginning of deadbeat fathers. Like,
oh my goodness, like setting the trend for deadbeat dads.
There's so many things in anime, like history. I feel like this thing like set the tone for. Like
100%.
Do you remember the episode when like the Mad Hatter guy? Like, I feel like they set the tone for that. Like, goodness. I've seen that so many times.
That was like a Batman episode, right? Like it felt so he was so sinister,
and like, in OP,
dude. In the beginning, when he's beating up on Spike and like juggling him in the air,
oh my god,
I was like,
he was rocking Spike, boy. Spike ain't had no chance at first.
And the whole time you were like, I don't know if Spike gonna make it out of this one. Hold on, like
he overpowered. Like he can't even get a shot in.
And it really gets you because you feel every character's perspective. So the whole time when Jet is like, I don't know if Spike's gonna make it back from this, you're like, oh snap! Like his homies don't even believe he's gonna make it back. Like, it's not even a situation where the show is kind of trying to tease you in one direction. It's literally like, we don't know what these characters are going to do. Like, we have no idea what these characters are going to do throughout the show. They all act on their own free will. I mean, Faye dipped from Bebop like 8 times.
I'm saying, like, she was not, like, for the crew for a minute. Like, I'm like, you didn't you dip? Like,
got what you needed and you dipped. She was not for
She was
the
like, y'all ain't
squad.
got that money? She was, eight figure nigga, you ain't here? Yeah, we gone.
Come on.
We gone.
Nah, I ain't saying she a gold digger.
She was only there for the jobs, boy. Got the money and peeled, and then she
But
kind of like at the end, you know, built an
Her
attachment.
character development
It's
was
crazy.
some of the strongest.
It really
I mean,
was. I love Faye though.
learning about her past, but also how she's just been consistently tricked in life. Like, she was basically Captain America. Like, she got frozen.
Yeah.
She woke up. It's like, remember the scene when she woke up in the hospital and she was like, it was like, this is a different year. She's like, what are you talking about? That's a kettle. And he was like, nah, that's a dishwasher. Like,
Did not know what anything was.
you almost feel for her and you understand why she's the way she is. She was a sweet, innocent girl that got caught up in something that had nothing to do with her. The world was going to shit.
Mm-hmm.
She woke up in a completely different time.
In debt.
First of all, can we talk about the social commentary that applies even now?
Like, bro.
I get in a life-threatening accident. You save me. You save me.
I didn't
and
ask
then
you to
wake
say.
up- I wake up and you talk about, yeah, you finna owe us about 2 million space coins
Like-
because we had to use the technology to bring you back to life.
Like,
Sir!
full well knowing that I can't pay that back. I am years out of my era. Like, I don't know nothing.
It's just and another social commentary of like, it's kind of messed up the system we have, and you can become a real victim to the system against your will.
Jupiter Jazz? They were showing love and respect for the LGBTQ plus community way long before like.
Right. It tackled themes that you're like you feel like a show this old responsibility to tackle, but it's almost like, oh no, shows should be handling these topics. They just don't anymore. And Cowboy Bebop does it in a way of grace. Like it's never like the message is never down your throat. It's never look at this message, look at this message.
Yeah.
It's always just these are real people going through real situations in a world that they live in, and they're dealing with the same problems that we as humans are dealing with on Earth. Like
they got into it this way. They will probably end up, not getting out of it and struggle.
Episode, I think 8, Waltz on Venus, the one with Rocco. His sister is blind.
Yeah, she gets sick and goes blind. And he resorts to crime and to save her.
It shows you that life of crime. If you get caught up in it, what's going to happen? You gonna die. And sure enough, at the end of that, and I was not expecting Rocco to die. I really wasn't.
I wasn't either, bro. I thought like he would get like arrested,
something like that,
and go to jail.
It's just another one of those things where this show shows you there are good people in this world, but we live in a world where you have to survive. And if you're not fortunate,
you get hoed.
And you have to resort, you're going to be a victim of your society. And Rocco was that. You know an episode we actually have to talk about?
What?
This episode, first of all, actually, there's 2 episodes I'd like to talk about, but this episode absolutely killed me. I forget the title, but remember the cowboy?
The dude he hates.
The episode is episode 22, Cowboy Funk, because it's the Teddy Bomber, right? The dude that's hiding the explosives.
Yeah, that shit. that is so dead, bro.
And the real cowboy pulls up and he's like, "Don't worry, Spike, I got this." And Spike is like, "Can you go away?"
Like, let me do my job. Like, and then the villain's just like upset because he's not getting any attention while he's trying to tell his backstory. Like he's trying to tell why he doing this and doing that, and they just paying him no attention. Oh boy, getting upset.
There's literally a whole episode about not leaving food in the fridge for too long.
Oh yes, bro. Like it's like a filler episode. Like it's like the one. I think it's probably like maybe the one episode that I felt was like filler. sort of.
100%. It was like a bottle episode, but even in it, it was so sweet and contained that you didn't mind. Like
Right.
you were just like, I want to see how these characters figure it
Yeah.
out, and they were going by like their own personal rule. It was like rule number 1, don't trust anybody. Like rule number 2, like and they were all going through their personal rules. I remember Ed's rule was rule number 1: if you see a person, follow them. Like, episode 17, Mushroom Samba. That was the blackest anime episode I've ever seen. Like, what even was that episode about? It was like smuggling mushrooms.
It was like some guy making like illegal drug mushrooms or whatever.
Right.
And what's crazy,
Yeah.
Ed goes back and tests them out on everybody in the crew. Test the drugs out to see if they were bad.
That's hilarious. Oh yeah, Faye is like stuck on the toilet, and like Spike is climbing up the stairs, and he's just climbing up like an endless amount of stairs.
Literally, he's just sitting there stepping on the same step, which is in reality, it's like, this dude is high.
First of all, I don't know if I've seen a black woman look like a black woman in anime.
Like ever.
Until I saw that lady was gorgeous. Did you see the afro?
Like I'm saying, statuesque.
Come on, and she pulled up in the whip too.
Oh, boy.
She was not playing. Ed was looking at what, like the pumpkins or the watermelons or some type of fruit.
Yeah, the watermelons, and she bought a couple of watermelons. Hopped in the trunk.
She just looked down at Ed, was like, "Ew," and then just dipped. I mean, man, I'm just thinking about all these moments in the show. It's hard to even focus on one because there's so many. I mean, I think about when Faye first found that VHS tape of her past, and it was her filming all those little videos as a child. I mean, that was so heartwarming, and they really made you not like Faye, only to make you like her even more by the end of the show. It was so geniusly done. It was like you always knew there was something wrong with her. And as she opened up and discovered more about herself, and then her conclusion, finding her home, going back to it, seeing it destroyed, laying in the pile of rubble that was once her bedroom, still not knowing her full past, but like almost just having closure to that situation. And I mean, we should talk about it. Just going back to Bebop, and Spike is on his way out, and they can just, I mean, everyone could just tell that like
he's
not coming
back.
Like, and the whole time you're watching it, and you're like, you know he's not coming back. Like but you just like Faye, just like Jet, you don't want to believe it. Like you're holding out, and it's like you understand why he has to do this. Spike, man, it's emotional. Like Spike literally goes from like really not caring about anybody on that team to getting mad emotional when like Ed leaves. Like Ed, man, Ed's departure from from the Bebop might have been top 10 saddest anime moments, bro. And even Faye, her character arc, like we were saying, she goes back home, she finds where she's from, she learns about her past, and she comes back to the Bebop. But this time she comes back because she wants to, not because she has to, but because she realizes that that's her new family. Sometimes you don't realize what you have until it's gone, and that's kind of Spike's entire character journey. Is he's trying to see if he's alive. He doesn't know. And I mean, that last conversation between him and Jet, that last conversation between him and Faye.
Bro, I felt that with him and Jet. That was like my dogs, you know, like was finna die on me, man. I'm like, damn, that's what this feels like. I was like,
it felt like two boys at the end of the road. Yeah, like Faye is trying to tell him everything that she has learned. And she's like, the past is in the past. Forget about it. You have us now. We're here. We can start something new. And Spike is like, I'm glad that you got your little development. I'm glad that you've come to your ending. But this is my journey. This is my path. He said, Faye, look into my eye.
One of them is a different color because it's not real. And I'm just like, and like, you know, just, I think I'm living, but I'm not.
He doesn't know the whole story. He genuinely doesn't know if he's alive. I mean, even the way, so like the Real Folk Blues is episode 25 and 26. I mean, the beginning, the entire situation where it just kind of breaks down Spike's story. You learn about him, you learn about the Red Dragon Syndicate, you learn about his history, you learn how he was really their top dog, like he was really out here
in front of body.
You learn about his girl. He was trying to get out of it. She was like, there's no out of it, there's no getting out of this world. And there really wasn't. They was hunting that boy down since the first episode. They was coming for him,
bro. Like that boy, his homeboy, not even like it was supposed to be homeboy. It was just out for him, like with a vengeance, boy.
Yeah,
fought him to the death at the end of the episode.
That final fight, first of all, they was boxing. They was boxing. I didn't know a gun versus a sword could be so entertaining.
Then like in mid fight, they're like, you know, we're gonna go for the final attack, and they have each other's weapons. They're like, hey, I don't use no sword. Yeah, I don't use no gun. Yeah, switch.
Toss
each other's weapons.
He's like, hey, bro, go ahead and switch back with me real quick so we can finish this.
You know, like either you beat me, I beat you. All right, let's switch real quick.
When he defeats the guy, but he's got the wound. And he's limping out of that place.
I'm saying, bro, like that moment is just.
Puts his hand up, makes the shape of that gun. Bang.
And just falls out.
Collapses.
Dies. Everybody, like all the last little henchmen just watching. That's it. Like just captivated by like the spectacular performance that was Spike Spiegel.
I've never been so satisfied with an ending that was so heartbreaking, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's perfect. It's literally perfect. It's 26 episodes of perfection.
And then I feel like I don't know, like I don't feel like, oh, I wanted more episodes. Like it would be cool to have more episodes or whatever, but I'm satisfied with this ending.
So my final question is, out of 10, what are you going to rate the series Cowboy Bebop?
Basically what I'm thinking is I want to be biased immediately. Just because of how much I really loved it, and say like it was a 10 out of 10. Me personally, I don't think there was really anything that I feel like I could just say they could have done better. Honestly, like the ending felt like it was perfect. It felt like it kept me invested through the entire, series of the show, like entire episode, the entire way. I was caught and I needed to get to the next episode. Like, I don't even feel like I really got cliffhangered. So it was like, and I was like super hungry. It just left me like, damn, like, oh, I gotta get to the next episode. Like I don't even feel like, I was left super hungry for the next episode. I feel like it was just like the right amount, like the right amount of spice. Not amount of seasoning.
They weren't even episodes; they called them sessions.
They were, and
it really felt that way. It was just a moment that you got to experience.
Yeah, like it felt like you said, it felt live. Like a live cast was sitting there, and you were just captivated by them watching this, these lives unfold in front of you. It was. Oh man! It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
It's beautiful. That's the rating.
It was beautiful. Honestly, what are you even doing here if you ain't seen Cowboy Bebop? There's no reason you should be in this video.
100%. Go
you need to go watch it right now.
Go back and then come back and then be like,
oh yeah, I understand this. I understand that.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, go ahead and hop down in the comment section and let us know what you thought of Cowboy Bebop. Make sure you smash that like button and hit the subscribe for more.